Welcome, everyone. I am Rebecca Roseberry. I am a medical intuitive. I call myself the health fairy, and this is my fairy fortress. I crack myself up. Anyway, I do a lot of art and a lot of goofing around for my sanity because I'm a medical intuitive, which means I work with a lot of heavy topics for people, deep, dark stuff, which I want to talk to you about today to help explain what it is I do, because I conduct my healing sessions over the phone, which seems ridiculous, right? I mean, I'm not even looking at you. What am I really doing? But what I am doing is tuning into your energy body, which anyone can do that anywhere once you're trained, right? Once you have a knack for it and can do it. So when I connect to the energy body of somebody, I am using lots of different information that I've been trained for over the years that I've gathered. And I muscle test maybe a list of items per se in my head. I'm just giving you an example. So for instance, somebody comes to me with headaches. Okay. I'm going to tune into the symptom of that headache and start having a dialogue with that energy. And now, mind you, they're on the phone. I have my headset on, and I am picturing them to the left of me. Of course, I could pick any place to the left of me, and then I'm tuning into the head area and seeing if I'm noticing anything unusual in my mind's eye. Okay, based on what they're telling me. And then I use this hand to muscle test, which is a way of confirming accuracy and truth. So I kind of scan around looking for, okay, headache. And now keep in mind, I have lots of charts in my head that I teach in my course called Source Energy Technique. And anyone can do this. I'm not crazy, I think. And so I'm going through different, like for instance, most people know the chakras. So I may scan up the chakras in my mind and say, is it the first, second, third, etc. And then let's say hypothetically, I muscle test, mind you, I'm scanning and muscle testing. So let's say I'm scanning up, is it 1, 2, and then something happens on the fifth chakra, which is the throat. Okay, well, that gives me the next doorway or the next clue into the next layer. So think of this healing as like peeling back layers of an onion. So we're going down, I like to describe it as we're going down the rabbit hole of the unconscious, and we're looking for the root of what's going on. Now, what I want to share with you is that this should not be foreign. And I know that I sound very like a witch, right? This is very normal in energy medicine land. A lot of energy medicine practitioners are using their third eye, and they're using their, what's the word? There's the 5 senses, there's 6th sense and beyond, right? The non-physical, and they're tapping into what we can't see to gather information to help somebody. Now, why is that important? Well, the physical world did not present itself first. It is the results of the non-physical. So it's in that order. So let's understand that our physicality, our physical body, is when we have a disease or a symptom, it is for something to show up in the physical level, there was already indication of some type of abnormality, some type of dis-ease in the energy field of that person before it ever manifested on the physical plane. So I don't care all that much about the physical body as a priority, because I'm just looking at, that would be like damage control. We're just looking at what's left. Okay, well, what caused it? That's more fascinating to me, because I want to get to the root of the issue. And I promise you, It is almost always a mental or emotional issue. So it's very simple, mental or emotional. Just let that sink in. Now, mental or emotional, what does that mean? It means that we are, teach you a little something else. Think of ourselves as truth meters, right? Think of yourself as like when I muscle test here, think of the divination when we're looking for water and we have that a dowser, right? Or a pendulum or something. We are truth. We are divine truth in our nature, in our truest sense, truest nature. So when we start thinking or emoting or behaving in a way that is out of the truth of who we are, we will get sick. Okay? I'm not going to repeat that. It deserves to be repeated, but pause for a second because that's the truth. So what I would love for you to understand is that any type of symptom that you have anywhere first began in the non-physical. And by the time it gets to the physical, I won't say it's too late, but we want to look at the physicality from a holistic viewpoint, meaning this idea that we've been brainwashed to believe collectively, I haven't been brainwashed, is that pharmaceutical drugs heal the body. That is impossible. They cannot. And we are not prescription drug deficient. Okay? Period, end of story. We've been brainwashed over the past 100 years or so with this nonsense that we are chemical deficient, that we need prescription drugs. You know, the reason why that's true is because if we cannot, as a civilization, as humanity, we cannot patent nature. You can't patent energy, right? So it's just there. You can't patent my spirit and my soul, right? At least not yet. Who knows what people are working on. So the point is that we are divine beings that require the truth for us to thrive. And anything that is in contradiction to that is going to make us ill for our highest good. Because if it didn't make you ill, you would not get the message to tune in. But you have to know enough to tune in. So that's my job, is to help people to get to the truth of who they are, to read their diseases and their symptoms from that viewpoint. And I assist in them resolving their own denial, their own guilt, their own whatever. I also do energy medicine from the viewpoint of healing and clearing, which is that instantaneous, miraculous healing that is rare these days, which simply means that I'm, how do I want to put it, just being a healer and just getting things straight in the non-physical for somebody, on behalf of somebody, which is different than them walking out their own healing process. So either way, the person has the tools to heal themselves, and or if I can assist them in their own healing, that can take place as well. And that is up to God. That is not up to me. So I hope I entertained you, because I hope I've enlightened you, because we as a society need to wake up to our divinity. And I believe that that's what all of this insanity is all about right now, because today is, I think, September 10th, 2020. And if you haven't experienced insanity yet, you're dead, because you can't possibly be alive and aware and not recognize insanity. So stay sane. Thank you for watching. I do take appointments on Mondays and Wednesdays. All you need to do is reach out to me by phone, by email, whatever, and say, I need an appointment. Please help me. And I would be happy to do that. And what else am I offering? Oh, so much. You'll just have to go to my website or give me a call. But thanks for tuning in. Have a fabulous day. And until next time.